Hi everyone, this is week 2 of our Christmas in July hop, and it is hosted by Beck and Leslie, and there is 15 girls in the hop, and we would appreciate if you go to each one. I will link each one in the basement below. I would appreciate it. I'm sure the girls would appreciate it too if you went over and gave them a watch. So the girls are Beck, Leslie. Actually, there's two Leslies. The first Leslie is the host, which is Mermaid Cove Studio, and the second Leslie is Labor of Love. And then there is Tiffany, who's crafting like a boss. There's Denise, Debbie, Catherine, who's classy Cake Crafts, Sandra, me, Lisa, Bethany, Christina, Drinda, Jennie, and Zara. So if you could go and watch each video, we would really appreciate it. This week is tags or creative packaging. I am doing tags. I probably won't do tags. I'll just show you my process of how I do tags. I do tags for my family, and we've been reusing them year after year and after year. So as soon as they take them off the packages, they know to hand it to me. I put it in a bucket that I have just for tags. And if I make tags now, it's either to replace tags, or it's a tag for a swap, or it's a tag for somebody that I'm giving a gift to. I'm not going to go through all my tags. The tags I'm going to basically show you are just basics ones here. This is just a basic tag. I don't know who I got this from. It's probably a KF's Craft Die. And I do have a Jaded Blossoms tag that I use, but it's got more pieces, but I'm going to keep it simple. This tag, I'm not sure who it's by either. They've been in my stash for quite a few years, but this is a gift card tag. And then I have an envelope tag, or it's just an envelope, and you can use it as a tag. It's like a 3x3. You just put a piece of paper, write their name, and put it in there. I do those too. These are some of the tags that I have. I created these last year. I actually sewed around them. I forget right offhand who these were by. Sorry. I can't remember. And so this is the process I go through. Now this tag was gifted to me probably in something. This I cut out of a piece of paper. This is the tag that I showed you for this one. And I did cut out these to show you that sometimes when you have, like, these aren't scrap pieces of paper, but sometimes if you have scrap pieces of paper, you can use your scraps. But in this particular one, it is Christmas, but it doesn't really match anything I have. I just wanted to show you sometimes not all paper goes with everything that you have. So I'm going to set that aside. I did create these just to show you. I did a pastel. And then, of course, you have your regular non-traditional, or your traditional colors, red and green. And then you have the gift card. And I do have a gift card, and it does fit. And I've already glued it together. Well, in this particular gift card, because it's just like this, I tried to find paper that I have, which I use 6x6. You can use any paper, but I'm using 6x6. It's double-sided, and I like these for the gift cards because when you take them out, you can see the paper behind it. And for these tags also, they have, like this one does not, but you can put to or from, which I have a stamp set that I use that has to and from, so I just stamp those on the back. And if I do those, I usually do white. If I'm not stamping anything on back, then I just go ahead, but you could do that. That's a light enough color. And then these, like I said, this was gifted to me in something, and this is the paper that I have. I think it's Cardabella. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. And what I do when Hobby Lobby comes out with their Christmas paper, I go and buy their stacks like this. It's 73. It's not like the strongest paper, but you get it for 50% off, and you do get quite a bit. And this paper is really good for tags or or any kind of embellishments, but that's what I do. This paper, this other paper that I have is close to my heart. Like I said, it's double-sided. And for my tags like this, I try to find paper that has a cinnamon, like you can see. So it has Merry Christmas on the bottom, and it has all the names of the reindeer. So I try to cut it out on paper that has, you know, a sentiment on it, or a picture that I could use for the focal point. And in this case, it is this, and it came right out of here. So that's what I do for my gift tags. For my other tags, like for this, of course, you can see this is directional paper, but sometimes you get paper like this that it doesn't, you can't always use it on something. It's kind of busy. So I just find the paper that has most of their graphics facing down so that it will cut a card out, like this right here. Because the gingerbread man, if you were to cut the heart, then you might want to do it this part, but the heart's too far up there. So that's basically, I keep that in mind. And then I find paper that matches. These were double-sided, and of course it came in the same pack, so of course the colors are coordinate. So that's what I do with these. Now, this piece of paper is the back of this piece of paper, and you know, the yellow doesn't really go, but I did come across this one that was given to me by Janet. So these are my tags. So I'm going to scoot these aside, because what I do is when I get swaps, I put all my embellishments together. Now this wasn't from a swap. Or maybe I did receive this on a swap. I don't remember, because I've got 2 in there. Or I bought it. It was $1. Maybe I bought it. I don't know. But I do keep all my embellishments in packages. I try to keep the swaps together, because sometimes the colors coordinate. And so then I put them away, and I get them down when I'm ready to do my Christmas thing. So this is what I have. These are things that I can use for embellishments on my tags. Or if I'm doing creative packaging or any kind of packaging, like I did receive this package. This is creative. This is great for those pieces of paper that you have that you don't necessarily use for crafting. You know, we all get them in papers. We don't necessarily like them, but this is actually paper folded up, and it made into a pocket. So I think that this would be a great way to use paper that you don't necessarily want to use on a project. You know, those kind of papers you're kind of about, or it doesn't really go with the paper that you're using. But I thought this is kind of great. And you can decorate it up like a tag, like she did here. I'm not even sure, there's no name on it, so I don't know who made it for me, but it's just nice enough to stick something in there. And I thought for creative packaging, that's pretty good. So what I do is I go through all my things, take them out, and I go through all my things and see what I have that will go on my tags. So some of these things I won't use, like the little shaker bits. Number 1, because they don't necessarily fit the tag, but number 2, I like using those for like my bag toppers, embellishing those things. So here, I know this was Alexa that sent me these, and when you pull them out, isn't that great? They're already done. You can stick them on a tag just like that. Isn't that beautiful? So I will probably use that for that tag. And here she's made a tag already, just out of a die cut. And that's basically, you can do this as a tag also. See, she's got to and from on it. So I will probably leave this and hook it onto a swap that I make, because I want to, oh, and here's another tag. So she's made another tag, and she doesn't have anything written on the back here, but isn't that pretty? So it looks like I have some tags that are already made for me, but I will use these to go on swaps. So I did use those. Not necessarily I'm looking to do the gingerbread men like that, but isn't this cute? Yeah, I'm going to go through all this stuff and just say, Isn't that cute? That would go on a really nice bag top or something. But we're focusing on tags. I got to just keep my mind on tags. How did I open this bag? Here it is. We're focusing, focus, focus, focus. Okay, so there's one bag. Here is a Santa Claus. Now I won't use that on this because the Santa Claus is too creamy and this is white paper. And I'm going to stick this up so I don't lose them. Okay. And I don't want to lose the gift card. Oh, I think this went in there too, but I'll put that back later. Okay, I think Bethany sent these to me, and these are words that she cut apart for me. And I think for these pink ones, I do have this bag of embellishments that somebody sent me. No name on it, but I like the colors. So we will go through these embellishments. Here's a nice rosette, which I probably won't use. Here's a pin, and here's one that you can use for a tag, but I won't because it says your turn. I know what that meant, so I won't be using that. So a lot of these swaps, we used to do a lot of die cutting, and this is what I was looking for, is mostly the die cuts. So here's some die cuts, and they kind of match the colors that I'm going for, which is this really pretty red. So these words are too big for the tag, so I won't be using those. But I might be able to, nope, I won't be able to use these either, but that will give me an idea of what to do, because I do have Christmas words. If I have to cut them out, I will. So those won't go. So I will put all these back up. And it doesn't matter if I don't find anything that goes, I'll just make my own. I think this one went into that one. I'll put that up later. And then I have these bows, but this will match this one. So I might just do that and make a tag just like that. Doesn't hide anything in here, and it's nice and soft, and the colors match. So that's two that's done. This one didn't have a glue dot on it, so I will glue it later, but I do think I like that. And it doesn't have a hole in it. And for the hole, I just use a simple punch, or you can use the slots for different dies. I do have dies that have the slots in, so I will just make a hole here so I can put a ribbon through there. All right. So that takes care of that one. And then I don't want to use the Santa Clauses. So I have some gingerbread ones. I have 2 packages here. I'll move this out of the way. But I don't think they're going to really go with my pink. So, well, this came from somewhere, I don't know where. So I want to kind of go through and look for pink, which if I don't find anything pink, I'll just move on. Oh, here's some. I think these were made by Sue, who is Sammy 19, and it looks like she made some cups. And the cups might be a little too big for what I'm looking for, although that one isn't. I don't know if I like that or not. I like it more on this one. So we'll just go through. Oh, that's pretty too. Alright, maybe we'll just do this and an extra snowflake. Is that, or no, it goes better on this one. Alright, so there we got that one done. Let's see the candy cane. No. This one I think deserves flowers, and I don't have any Christmas flowers right offhand, but I think that's what I will do with that. And I do save these little stickers. If I only have a few left, I just stick them on something. Alright, so we're going to put these back. It's just too green for that, in my opinion. And let's see what else we have. So I'm going to put this back in here. I think I got that from somebody. I haven't used that yet. Now here's some gingerbread men that will probably go for the gingerbread. These ones, there's more gingerbread. Alright. So here I'm seeing something pink in here. Let's see what we got. You're going to all spill all over the place. Well, this paper here I know goes to the same paper. So maybe I'll stick that there, or even, oh, here's another one. This goes to the same collection, I'm pretty sure. So maybe we can use that. Isn't this pretty? That won't fit though. Nope. I think Cruz made this one for me. I don't know that I could give it up, but that would be cute, huh? But I think, though, I want to put flowers on here, so I think I'm going to save this for flowers. And then I've got gingerbread. I think I will put these up for right now. And then we'll do the gingerbread. That was really easy. Not pretty. That's just a window. Oh, look how cute it opens. I think I knew that, but I forgot about it. So we will put this back in the packaging. I don't... Not cute. But this is a tag, so I probably will save this for a package. And of course I can't use this, but I was thinking more of a bow. If that didn't have the gingerbread, that would be okay. Well, this is a pretty piece of paper, but that won't go either. All right. But I have lots of stuff, so let's see what will go. I don't know what packs go where, but I try to keep them kind of all packaged up. So we've looked through those. And this is, I received a bunch of baking things. And I don't know that a baking something or other would go on here, but I like this, that. I might put flowers on here and put that on here, so I will keep that on that. And that's too white, I think, for the gingerbread. To me anyways, it looks too white. I do like the cookie trays though, but they're too big for this one. But that would look great on a tag, the cookie trays, and maybe a rolling pin. And then I got these. I think these are really cute, but they won't fit on the gingerbread. And then I've got this. This was from Ladybug Michelle, her swap, but this I will use like more of on a bag topper or something. And none of my tags will fit this color, so that I won't use. Now here's some stuff. I think this is from Janet. And let's see what we got. So we've got some gingerbread. We've got one holding a Christmas tree. We could probably do that. Well, these are cookies. Look at this one. I remember this now. Look at this. These are cookies. That would be a good tag too. So you'd have to pretty much put them this way. Look at that cookie she did. I think it's just really cute. Okay, so I don't want to use those up then because it kind of goes with, oh, here we go. I'm not exactly sure what I would do. Oh, here's some, let's see, pocket of, oh, the recipes. I have this tag here. I'm not sure exactly. I think I would probably leave this tag more just together, not necessarily glued down in case they wanted to do the thing, but I think, I don't know. I think it's just a cute tag just the way it is, ready-made. And this, like I said, was part of that paper. So I like that, and I think I did get this from Janet. But I have all this other things that I don't think necessarily would go on the tag. I'm thinking more like a bow. So we'll skip that and put all these back. Isn't that pretty how she did that? Let's see what that is. The candy cane. I might have used some of these already. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, that would be cute. There we go. I'll do that in a bow. Put a bow up here or in her hair. Okay, so that one's done. A little paper clip. Alright, so I don't want to use those cookies because she made that specifically for this sheet. The cookie sheet, whoops. I guess I'll use the flat back down here. So if I don't find a bow in all this packaging, which I don't think I will because I only have this bow here, and I think, did I go through all this? No, I didn't. Oh, here's another tag. Oh, that would be cute. And this might be just a hair too big. Well, maybe not. Oh, I like that too. Okay, so we'll do that. No, I like the big bow. So we'll do the big bow on that one. And we'll do that on that. And if I can use any of these words, I will. This is ribbon. I don't know why I have ribbon down in here, but so that is basically what I'm going to do then. Oops. And sometimes you get a lot of embellishments, but sometimes not all the embellishments will fit your projects. That's kind of what I run into. But it doesn't really matter. If you can use what other people make, it not only saves you time, but you're using something that somebody created with, you know, a lot of love. And I don't know why this isn't going in. It's stuck with the bows. And that's the way I feel about it. If somebody spent that much time to make something for me in a swap, I mean, that's why I make embellishments and send swaps in. I'm, you know, for people to use my items. And so I'd like to return the favor. I think this one in there too. It's just not going down in there. I don't know why. I'll fix it offline. Oh, but I have these two, these enamel dots. So somebody's gifted me and I haven't used them. So I think that's what I will do. That one was already made and sent, so I think I'll leave that there. I will make some flowers to add to this one. I think I will glue these down just like this. And this one already had a sticky dot to it, so I think I like the bow just like that. And I like this cup just like that. That's a lot of die cutting. That's a lot of work to just be, not used. And then I have the gift card. Now, I might add a bow down here on top of Merry Christmas. I might not. I don't know. It just depends on when I go through or enamel dots. Maybe I'll just add some enamel dots to it. So anyways, that is how I go about making tags. As you can see, if you cut them up and go through all of your embellishments, you can make quite a few tags in just a little bit amount of time. And plus, you'll find tags that people have already made you that you can use. So there you go. So thanks for coming by and seeing my process on how I make them. And may you guys have a very blessed day. Bye.